Ho, 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 mofos. It's that most wonderful time of the year. You know, that time of the year where you have borderline alcoholism, toy aisle brawls, those custom Christmas cards that those friends of yours like to give you that has their weird kids in it, and creepy mall Santas. And speaking of creepy mall Santas, what happens when you take one of those said mall Santas and mix him with Terminator with a sprinkle of Silent Night, Deadly Night? Well, you get the subject of today's review: Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Christmas, Bloody Christmas is the new Shudder Original horror movie that is currently on streaming services and in select locations in the theater near you. Now, I watched it on the Shudder streaming service, as I have been a proud and supportive member of Shudder now for many years. Going on about 3 years I've been with Shudder. I mainly joined it because of the Joe Bob Briggs, because I am a big Joe Bob Briggs fanboy. So, yeah. But anyway, this movie is by filmmaker Joe Bigos, who did VFW and Bliss. Two great movies. Highly recommend you watch them. You will love them, especially VFW, man. I know it sounds silly, but it's a great movie. This movie has a runtime of 87 minutes. Now, I had a problem with that, and I'll explain a little bit as I go through this. Now, this movie's premise is basically, without giving away any spoilers, the U.S. government has created these cyborg super soldiers, and they can't use them anymore, so they repurpose them into Robo Santa Pluses, because they think if you have a robot Santa in a mall, that'll make parents less weary of setting their little one on the lap of some creepy Santa. So instead, just set him on the lap of a death machine, because that's so much safer. Yeah. But anyway, we start this movie off with our two main characters, Tori Toombs, played by Riley Dandy, and Robbie Reynolds by Sam Delich. Now, these two own this fucking movie. They have this chemistry, this like two old friends that have known each other forever. You clearly get that, and it's very much a Clerk / Chasing Amy type of vibe going on, where it's very dialogue heavy. But for me, I think it's important because you need to build a relationship between the characters, as well as us building a relationship with them to care about them later. But anyway, the movie also has Jeff Daniel Phillips in it. Just want to throw that in there. Herman Munster, been in a lot of the Rob Zombie movies. I'm pretty sure a lot of the budget went to paying him. Can kind of guarantee it. But anyway, this movie at first worried me, because when it first starts out, like I said, I enjoyed the dialogue between the two because I love Kevin Smith's old movies, so that part doesn't bother me. What bothered me is when the Santa Claus, played by Abraham Benrubi, who you may remember played Larry Kubiak in Parker Lewis Can't Lose in the 90s. So, when he first comes to life, you can clearly tell it's just a dude in a suit. Now, this movie had a limited budget, so I'm not going to beat them over the head too much with that. They did with what they made, a 5-star meal out of, little to no money. So I'm not going to beat them up too much over that. But it was kind of a letdown. I was hoping for like some glowing eye shit or something, to kind of get us going. Then you get, when he comes to life, you're seeing everything from his point of view. And like the first couple of kills are very weak. And I'm like, okay, well, this is a slasher movie. And one of the big things with slashers is you don't necessarily need it to be a gore fest, but you kind of need to show a brutal kill or two here and there. I mean, it's okay to imply some murder and mayhem here and there, but you need to show something to an extent. And it was very weak at first, and I was like, man, this kind of sucks. but I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did, because the kills do get better. They become way more, they become way more gruesome, brutal. It lives up to its slasher tag. It really does. So as it goes along, Riley Dandy, we clearly see, is going to be the Sarah Connor of this movie, because she is fighting the Terminator dressed as Santa Claus. That's what this whole movie felt like to me, was a Christmas edition of the Terminator. Now we get towards the ending of the film, and this is where I had the biggest problem. The ending just drags on and on and on and on. And I'm like, you could have taken 10 minutes off of that 87-minute runtime and ended this movie a lot sooner. Because it was like, she defeated him, then he comes back, defeat, come back, defeat, come back, defeat, come back. And it's like, holy fuck. I mean, kill her or her kill him all fucking ready. I'm ready to go, you know? I'm ready to pack up my shit and get out of here. That to me hurt the film more than anything. Practical effects were awesome. Like I said, especially on the kills, once they got going, they did a magnificent job with all the practical effects, even with the Santa towards the end. Not going to ruin it. And also the way they shot the film is very cyberpunkish, 1980s, a lot of neon and dark background. Everything's very fluorescent. So it does fit a lot of 80s aesthetics, motifs, if you will. But if I had to give this movie an overall rating, I am going to confidently give it 3.5 Santa Swayzes out of 5. It checks all the boxes for a slasher movie, though it's never going to be a classic, like I said, with Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's still a good fucking time. It's worth the money. It's worth, just sitting and yes, it does. And I'm stumbling over my own words. Fuck. But it does get a little long-winded in the beginning in certain spots, and you get a little concerned if you're not expecting it for the kills to kind of be a little weak sauce, and then the ending drags on way too much. So that's the only knocks I can have on this film. Other than that, it's a great movie, and I highly recommend it. But you little Christmas fiends out there, y'all let me know what you think of the movie down here in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you not give a shit? Whatever. While you're also at it, would you please hit that subscribe button, hadouken that notification bell. Please give us a thumbs up. It all helps us here. It's Christmas. It's the time of giving, and I want some thumbs ups. There's Santa Clauses. I want some thumbs ups, please. But anyway, this has been your old buddy John. I hope you guys have a fantastic happy holidays, and I'll see you again next time. Ho, ho, ho. Ooh, ooh, ooh.